got something for the clubby that I've wanted for a long time. Oh, actually, I've wanted it longer than I've even had the clubby. I got a manual conversion for it finally. Well, made it home, got it unloaded. It's about, I don't know, just 7 o'clock right now. So yeah, nothing we can do at the moment. In fact, the car isn't even here, but hopefully next weekend we start getting this in. I do have to get a few things for it. You have to get a rear donut because, as you can see, that it's shot. Center bearing as well. Well, it's also shot, so I've got to get a center bearing. And yeah, I need to do some investigating with the ECU, whether I can use, because mine being a 195 motor, it's got a different cam in it, and this PCM that came with the manual conversion is for a 179 kilowatt VT. So I do have to see if I can still use that without damaging the motor. I assume I can, but I just really want to make sure because yeah, motor's expensive. So yep, got everything home. I think everything's here. Just get a few things for it. Hopefully next weekend we can start on that, and hopefully a little upgrade as well, which I was not expecting to do, but will make the car not only look better but perform better. Cannot wait. You catch up with me a lot further down the track. So the manual transmission is here. All the parts for it are here. So basically what I've done is I've started with the wiring harness, because I got the manual wiring harness, which I have here on the floor. And I wanted to first find out what these grounds are for, because they certainly look aftermarket. Turns out these two wires are meant to go to the connector for the coil behind the motor. It's going to be a simple case of just take these crimps of uncrimp, decrimp these, whatever it's called, splice it into the connector. That'll be good to go. And then the other issue was over here, in this part of the loom. It's got a cut wire. I had to figure out what that was for. It's for the knock sensor. So again, this should be just simple, cut it, splice it, should be all good to go. I had a look to see if I could use the auto loom, but it's going to be too hard because of the speed sensor, the reverse lights, that stuff basically. So all I've done is taken out the wiring loom off the engine. It's still on the firewall, it's still plugged into the ECU at the moment. That's the very next thing to do. But yeah, basically next step now is to get the ECU out of the firewall, or get it through the firewall, unplug it from the ECU, and then move on to the clutch and brake pedal. So that's where we are at the moment. Let's keep moving forward. All right, so we just threaded through the loom into the cabin. You can see the repairs done here. I actually used two spade connectors, just crimped them onto the end of the wires and then connected them. So technically this is removable. Put some heat shrink on them, did the exact same for the oil pressure switch again. Now it's basically a case of just threading the loom back where everything needs to go. The hardest part about it is probably this injector loom here, just getting this to go underneath the dizzy, around behind the engine, and out the other side. It's actually a bit harder than it looks. But we'll get straight onto it now. We'll see how we go. I'll keep you updated. Right, you catch up to me in a massive mess because I run into an issue. I went to pull the old loom out, like just shove it through the firewall, when I realized there's an extra wire attached to it, which runs up here behind the glove box, and what do you know? It goes to the HSV alarm. I did not even think about that when looking at the new loom, because this new loom doesn't have any of that. So basically what I believe I understand is pins 3 and 4 on this one are 2 red and black wires, and on this one, the manual loom, there is a red and black wire as pin 3, and then a pink one as pin 4. Now, with the auto one, there's an extra red and black wire with the connector on it that then plugs into the pink wire. So that's some sort of loop, probably when that thing is triggered. And I noticed further down the loom is another red and black wire that's been cut. So what I'm wondering if I can do, and I think I'll try it, is pull these two pins out, the pink one and the red and black one, pull them out of this one, then put the connector on this pink wire, put this loom, this little black harness, into here, so connect this one to the pink one, like the factory one, and then put these two pins in pins 3 and 4, like this one. I don't know if that will work, but I'm going to try it. I've never deep interconnected before. Luckily I have the tools to do it, I think. Just got to try it. Just got to try it and see, because yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I would like to keep the factory alarm, not just for originality, but especially having some sort of alarm system. It's just a bit of security these days with how quickly HSVs are being stolen. Mainly VFs, you've probably all heard about that, but yeah, I'm still a little scared of this thing, so that would be nice. I'm just going to try that for now. We'll see how we go. Alright, I believe I have wired everything correctly. It looks dodgy. I just want to see if it works. I've got it plugged into the auto ECU. All I'm going to try and do right now is simply read the auto ECU, because I was trying to do that yesterday to link the PCM and the BCM together, but I couldn't even read the auto ECU. So connect it to power. Let's have a look and see what we get. Josh is just going to see if it's flashing, see if it goes solid when you put it in.
Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay, that's a good start. Ignition's on. Can we roll the windows up and down? Oh, no way! Okay, that's a good start. We could not do that yesterday. Alright, can we read the body control module and then link it? Key coding. BCM, PCM link. Oh, this is a moment of truth. It did not do this yesterday. I'm gonna wait 30 seconds. We'll see. Alright, let's give it a go. Will it read it? This is further I got yesterday. But I don't know if this is the next. Select continue now to begin linking. Test takes about. Alright, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's try start it. I'm gonna unplug it, reset it, and start it. Alright, is it solid?
Yep, solid.
Solid. I think it should start. It started, we fixed it. I mean, it's not running, right? But oh my gosh. Oh, that's such a relief. But now to make sure it works with the manual ECU. So let's try that. Alright, so it's flashing.
Solid.
Josh is unlocking it. Alright. Turn the ignition on. This is now with the manual ECU in it. Windows? Yep, windows are working. Beautiful. I'm just going to back out of this and redo it. Just to try and... Alright, BCM, PCM link. Oh, I didn't wait 30 seconds. Whoops. Please work. Good. Alright, let's just link it and see what happens. I was trying to just read the security key, but your ignition has been cycled off for 15 seconds and back on. Alright, ignition off, key out, 15 seconds. Alright, it's been 15 seconds, back on. Alright, it's back on. Exit. Can we start it? Still solid?
Not on.
No, it's not on, that's right. Well, it starts, but it's not running right.
Definitely not.
Let's do a scan. Codes. Throttle position sensor. That could be why it runs like crap. Let's have a look. Throttle position sensor.
It's not plugged in.
Ah, which one of these cars is right there and it's not plugged in? What do you know? Alright, let's plug that back in. But the most simple one... Oh, I can't get it in. Literally the one sitting right there. The most simple one. And I forgot to plug it in. Oh, and the vacuum line when I put the throttle body on. Wow. So it's got a vacuum leak and a throttle position sensor.
That's why it sucks.
It sounded like it had a vacuum leak. Alright, let's try that again. Gosh, it looks ugly without the engine covers off.
Still solid.
Alright, still solid. it sounds like that. Wow, it's actually spinning the rear wheels, I just saw.
The funniest sounding engine ever.
Sounds like something rubbing. In a way. Watch out.
Belts. Let me check the drive belts just in case you messed them up.
No, the belts seem fine. The pulleys seem fine. The harness does run down the front of the engine on both sides, so I'm just checking to make sure the harness isn't rubbing. The MAF is plugged in. Nothing neat at the moment. We did unplug these leads.
Are the injectors
Just
bad?
making sure they're in. The injectors should all be plugged in, although I did not check your side.
Oh, that one wasn't plugged in.
That wasn't
right?
plugged in. Alright. That's a good start. So we had a miss for her. They all seem to be plugged in. Leads
Do we have a leak?
seem to be plugged in. Well, let's just try that again with injector plugged back in. Still solid?
It's flashing.
Not flashing. Do the deed.
So
Let's start it now. Let's see. Okay. It's running right now. It's not misfiring, but
Did you put the throttle body
I
gasket in?
feel like, yeah, I did, but I feel like the IAC isn't connected because it's idling at 1500 RPM,
And it's coming from.
which is usually a symptom of a bad IAC valve. And it still sounds like crap. We'll do some further digging. I'll get back to you. Did find a little issue. This was loose. The throttle body was not done up tight. There's a bit of a vacuum leak there. Yes, I know that's loose, but that shouldn't be an issue right now. Let's try start it again. See if I doubt the squeal is coming from that vacuum leak. But I still think the IAC is the issue, an issue at least, because it was idling straight at 1500 RPM, which is usually a symptom of a bad IAC valve. But let's find out. No way.
We fixed it!
It's fixed.
And we fixed it!
And it's running. Oh, that's bloody awesome. That's awesome.
Genius.
I was so stumped after last night. I thought there was no way we could get this done. Now we can actually focus on doing the rest of the conversion.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, the relief. There's so much relief in that. That's awesome. I'm trying to quickly clear codes. Actually, I'll check codes again, see if there's anything new. Clear codes, start it, make sure we're all good. And we'll see. I don't believe how hard it was getting this tail shaft coupling to come off the gearbox yoke. In the end, like in order to actually get it out, because all the washers and everything were breaking on this, I had it in there like this. Got a screwdriver, like I'd pry it up underneath a little bit, pull it down, then stand it up and just smack it as hard as I could with the hammer, all the way around evenly, until finally got it to pop free. That actually took a good 20 minutes to do, on top of the little faffing around, trying to figure out if I'm actually taking it off right. But yeah, that's done. So we just got the exhaust off this car, and it's customary to start it. We gotta start it. It's coming straight out the headers. No cat, nothing. This is gonna be so loud. I still got the drive shaft in. Ignore the fact there's grease thrown everywhere around the center bearing. I mean, we're replacing it, so that doesn't matter. Actually, it's the CV joint, it's not even the center bearing. That's alright, good, we're replacing it. Everything else seems to be alright. I mean, we already knew the exhaust had the massive leaks. Stock springs. Should change the fuel filter. Probably won't do that because I'll forget. But yeah, I think without further ado, let's start the car. We'll lower it down and see how loud it sounds. I'm gonna start it. Done the unlock. Oh my god! Oh, that's so loud! Oh my gosh, why did that sound like a G-Wagon on steroids? That's actually disgusting. That is horrible. that is real bad. Josh, start it. Go for it. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's get this drive shaft out, and I think we'll call it a day, because then we're ready to basically get the gearbox out. Now I believe to get this drive shaft out, I have to slide the yoke out, and it's probably going to leak oil. It's already been leaking oil anyway, so who cares, whatever. But we'll do that. Then I think maybe we'll quickly do the shifter linkages, try to get that out, have a nice hole in the floor, ready for a new gearbox, and then we're done. That was a lot of hard work, but Josh and I finally got the old shifter mechanism out. What makes it difficult, other than the fact you got to remove the center console, which I've explained how to do before in the tearing the interior down video, but what makes it hard is that the two studs, so you undo these from underneath, there's just some nuts on them, but they sit underneath this piece of the trim, which is a pain if you want to pull it off, because you got to take the fascia off. You got to take the trims off on the side. No, that one piece of it. There's more screws underneath. It becomes a pain to take that out, especially if you've got the factory head unit in there. So what I did was I pushed this back a little bit and then got Josh to pull this side out. Then for this one, when it was in there, all I did was grab one of these pry tools, stuck underneath, pulled it out enough. It did, obviously you are going to bend this. It was just enough to pull it out, and then you can slide it out. Took me a while to figure that out, because I'm always scared of breaking stuff, but we got there in the end. Now we've got a nice hole in the ground. This car is literally ready to pull the gearbox out of now. I'm pretty sure it is. So the gearbox can come out, then we can start putting in the flywheel, clutch, and stuff like that. Currently just taking the brake pedal out at the moment, and there's one bolt, if I get it to focus, there's one bolt that hides up there, which you can't normally see because there are these two little switches. I think one's for the cruise control and one's for the brake light. They sit in there, they block that bolt. To get them out, literally just pull back on them. I know they've got threads, but you do have to pull them out if you want to get to that bolt. Maybe able to get a ratchet spanner underneath them, but it's probably very hard to. So yeah, just mention that. Then there are the two bolts over here, and then you got to take the throttle pedal bolts off as well. All those studs, those 4 bolts. Then you can pull the brake pedal out. I'm pulling the brake pedal out because I do have the manual brake pedal, which has a shorter pad on it. But yeah, just doing that now. Then I got to cut that foamy stuff against the firewall so I can get access to the grommet for the clutch pedal, and then try and put the clutch pedal in as well. So I'll let you know how I go. Just to get one brake pedal out, just to get the brake pedal out, it wouldn't be that difficult of a job. I had to drop the steering column. I had to pull the bottom of the dash out, like the thing that mounts here to the BCM, the OBD port, like where the OBD port bolts to. Drop the steering column, remove the accelerator. I've half removed it. It's still stuck to the throttle cable because I can't get it off. You got to pull the brake booster out a bit, and I finally got it out. And I got the grommet out for the clutch. So we finally got it out. Now I've got to put it back in. Also, proof that this car has, I figured the BCM had been changed because the fact it has a Holden key, not a HSV key. This should say something like 873 HSV. Instead it says 813 mid-level GMH. So this is out of, I'd say maybe a Berliner or something. Maybe not a Berliner, but a claim. Oh no, not even a claim. It's out of a mid-range car, maybe even executive. So yeah, that's not the original body control module. Interesting note of thought. But yeah, for now, let's just go ahead, stick the new brake pedal in, the new clutch pedal in, and please let's just get it bolted all up. That'd be nice. Oh, and you do have to cut this one little piece of carpet out for the clutch pedal. All good. Well, there we go. We have got the pedals in, the brake pedals in, the clutch pedal is in. Still haven't, like everything's torqued and tight, but I still haven't put things like the BCM needs to go back. I've quickly put these brake switches in. obviously the under trim and everything, that's all got to go back in. Crap, my camera is dirty. But yeah, that's all done for now. I'm actually just going to leave it like this, as it is, and just to make sure things work first and stuff like that. Then I'll put all that back together when we get it started, hopefully. So another thing I got to do down the line is replace these rubbers. Like, this is literally just a cut of a brake pedal. It doesn't even sit on there nice. 100% they'll come off. And this is not even similar to, that looks like it's out of a car from the 60s, let's be real. And it's ugly. People were saying that this master cylinder and is hard to do, especially trying to get that down in there. But it's actually quite easy. I'll get it to focus. You get the clutch pedal in, the 2 studs stick through, and then you just stick your hand literally just underneath like this. I can feel both nuts. I can do both of them up. Maybe the top one's a little harder. I'd use a magnet and just get the nut on there, then thread it by hand. Then use an extension, some ratchets, done, tighten it up. This literally just bolts to here with the bracket for the ABS pump. But yep, everything is back together. Now we can chuck the car up in the air, take the exhaust off, take the tail shaft out, and then a couple days time after Christmas, get the gearbox out hopefully, and start dealing with the mess of flywheel, clutch, and things like that. Flex plate's all done up. Oh, not flex plate, flywheel. Clutch is on, clutch is aligned. Everything's torqued. Ready to put the gearbox on.
I'll take it out.
Oh, thanks. Give me a camera full of arm.
Arm full of camera.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
It's a bit hard to get to. Come on, you bastard.
That's making it into the final cut. Very nice.
Bugger. Such an ass to get to.
Yeah, everyone thinks working on cars is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just change this, and this.
Be done in 10 minutes.
Hell no.
This is the 3rd day working on this transmission.
Sounds like a bloody head. There we go. Ready? Go.
Now slowly smooth.
Sorry?
Clubby for a bit now, and here's just a quick look underneath the work we have done. As you can see, it's all done. The slave cylinder is there, apparently new. I still think either we didn't bleed it right, or maybe I need to put some preload on it because the clutch still doesn't feel quite right. It's almost like there's a little bit of play. Up here, actually with the shifter linkage, there was a bit of play when I moved this back and forth. So what it is, I just chucked 3 washers there. Hopefully it'll stiffen up the shifter a little bit. Obviously just to get drag with the linkages, so yeah. We'll see how long this lasts, because it's not a made in Germany one, which apparently I should have gotten. Apparently it's flog out after a couple of weeks, but we'll see. I don't tend to hammer my cars that much. Yeah, that's basically the work. You can use the same starter motor. Obviously you can see the massive oil leaks this car's had. Stuff to sort out in the future. Yeah, it's pretty bad, huh? I just quickly changed the fuel filter, as it has not been changed in a while, I assume. And I think mine was blocked, my old one, so hopefully this will give it a bit more power. We shall hopefully see on the drag strip. Yeah, that's about it. Sounded pretty good even with an exhaust leak. Gosh, how tough. Imagine this thing painted. All good? The manual conversion is pretty much done. I've driven it a couple places now. It's very fun. It's so nice to be able to roll through gears and just little heel and toe when you downshift, hear that little blip. Yeah, it's very nice. With that being said, thank you so much guys for watching. In the next video, we'll just be doing some more little things with the car. Hopefully I'll have this stuff done. And yeah, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. This video is probably way too late for that. But till next time, take care. God bless.